my favorite combo to play is Way of the Monk and the Allergist. Or Way of the Monk and the 2-cost Hungry Hog. 2-cost 1/5 Hungry Hog. Bamboo Oil, great card again for Poe. There's a lot of cards we talked about in the earlier sets that gain health or give you bonuses when a creature gains health. This is a card that gains health and you draw a card and synergizes with so much in Poe. Especially its own card, the Contortionist, that every time you heal, health is restored, gain 1 strength. So a lot of synergy already. We're talking about gain health, draw a card, synergizes with possibly another draw card, synergizes with this card that gains strength. It's just a great synergy inside of Poe. Furious Bodacity. This is a card that's a little known combo piece inside of Poe. And the combo piece is you play Guardian of the Goats and it doubles Poe's strength. So Poe's strength goes from 2. Oh, your master gains this warrior strength, excuse me. So Poe's strength goes from 2 to 6. Then you combine that with Noodles. And it doubles his strength. He goes from 6 to 12. Play another Noodle. He goes from 12 to 24. So Poe can hit for 24 in 1 turn. Ouch. If you just used 1 Noodle and then used Ferocious Bodacity, you could hit an enemy minion for 12 at, you're looking at what, 8 cost, at turn 8. You can hit an enemy minion for 12 and the enemy warrior master for 12 with that combo. So Ferocious Bodacity plays off of Guardian the Goats and also Noodles. Meet Halfway is a good card if you're trying to stall them out or if you have a lot of cards with kickoff that you want to utilize again. So if you have 1 card on the board, let's say draws a card or returns health, like Nana, you can meet halfway, make them return a card, lose a card, play Nana again, draw a card. Or meet halfway, Guardian of the Goats, use that combo again. Play Guardian of the Goats, hit for 12, right? Meet halfway, bring it back, wait for the next Noodles to come in your hand, Guardian of the Goats, Noodles, again. So meet halfway synergizes with that. Bombard. When an opponent plays an equipment card destroyed, that's strictly just for tricks. It's I wouldn't necessarily have it in my deck because there's so much better cards to synergize with. Trick. When your master is attacked, gain your attacker's strength this turn. That is a really good trick. That is kind of a standalone thing. So let's say when your master's attack, gain your attacker's strength this turn. So, for example, he attacks with a 6/6 minion. Okay, you're normally just taking 6. In this case, what's happening is your master does 8 damage to it because it gains +6. So in essence, it is a destroy a card that attacks you trick, which isn't bad. Feathered Foodie. There's a way you can build a food-centric deck in Poe that centers around Feathered Foodie, that centers around Kung Fu Radish, and centers around the Pachyderm of Plenty. There's a food deck you can build. And you add the Scroll Eater to that, which we talked about earlier in Legendaries. And you also add the that pig card that doubles healing effects, the Lifebringer. So with Poe, there's so many ways you can build a life gain, life build, use life to attack type deck style. This is one of those cards that would go with that, with a food-centric build for Poe. Poe is one of my favorite decks to build. I've become pretty well known for my good Poe decks, and I really am flattered by that, and I appreciate all the compliments. There's so many ways to build it, so many ways to do Poe combos. Compos? Trademark? So, so many ways to do it. Folk Remedy, I love this card. I usually put one of this in all of my Poe decks because it's just really cool. To try to clear out one of your defenders, all of a sudden that defender now is +2/+3. Ouch. Imagine that with the Allergist. Secret Ingredient, restore 5 health to a friendly character and give it immune this turn. So, Lifebringer, and that is 10 health. Ouch. Snack Time, restore 5 health to all friendly characters. I like it. It's pretty good, especially if you have that card that lets you draw a card every time somebody's healed. Noodle Cart, again, Synergize, Gain Health, Heal, Allergist, the card that draws a card, the Contortionist, it's synergized with everything. Kick off Panda Poser, your master is immune this turn. It's a way of, you can use a Guarding the Goats Panda Poser combo. So Guarding the Goats play, it's turn 7. And now Poe has 6 attack. Panda Poser, now he has 6 attack and doesn't feel any ramifications of it. So he can go ahead and clear out an enemy with 6/6, for example, and not take any damage because he's immune. So it's a good combo clear. And then also, you could also use it to clear another one with Ferocious Bodacity, where you're building a Poe defends himself kind of loadout, which no other master can really do consistently with multiple cards. Squash, this one's going to take a long time to explain. It deals damage and stuns. That's pretty much what it does. It's a great card. At least put one in your deck because it just stuns. Not only that, if it just stuns, it'd be one thing, but it also does damage, which is great. Contortionist works well with healing and buffs up itself. Warrior Noodles restores health and double your master's strength. We talked about it, how many synergies it has within this deck and with other cards. Full Bruntal Damage, a good board clear card. And you unequip equipment. The Guardian of the Goats, we talked about that, how it gives you a big attack with Poe. Kung Fu Radish synergizes with food. The Fantelope, Farewell, destroy 2 1/3 Mega Lambs. It gives you a little more defense. I don't use this card, but I do see potential for trying to build a big board with defense. Feet of Fury is a great card. It can hit people in stealth, which makes it very invaluable in a lot of cases. I've used it just to clear out a Zay Spies in one of my videos. Just a good card to have, at least one of. I wouldn't put 2 in though, because you want minions. Quills Spillover, one of the few Poe cards. No, only 2 Poe cards I don't have. Enemy Master, your warriors have Spillover with +2 strength. If you're building a Poe Zerg deck, this would be necessary, but you can see by the fact that I haven't crafted him, I don't build Poe Zerg decks. Spillover, random enemy warrior. You can build a Poe Spillover deck, and that'd be interesting. Pachyderm Plenty, Meditate. When this warrior takes damage, add a food card to your hand. So Pachyderm Plenty goes with a food build. Another Spillover card for Poe. Meditate Spillover adjacent warriors. So you could put a late game Spillover Poe deck together with the healing and with the buffs you can give it of health. It would be fairly nasty. You just have to survive long enough for these combos to take place, but they're very good. And this is one of my favorite cards. I love Triple Threat. It was the very first legendary I got, so I'm partial to it for a lot of different reasons. But it deploys a 2/3 Tenacious Initiate at the start of the turn that you put in. Well, when you hit somebody, you're furious. It deploys a 2/3 creature that you put in guard. If you have a Tenacious Initiate, at the start of your turn, if you have a Tenacious Initiate, restore Triple Threat to full health. So what you want to do is you can use it to do a 2/3 guard, but what you want to do in essence is have a big creature guarding it. So you hit that 6/9 and you clear something out, or hit the enemy warrior, a 2/3 would spawn. You'd protect that 2/3, because if they don't kill a 2/3, that 6/9 stays a 6/9, and you can keep on attacking it. It regenerates itself, which triggers the Contortionist. Great synergy in Poe. Poe is just really, really beautiful with food synergy, with gain health synergy, with spillover synergy late game, with good board clearing, with Feet of Fury, full Bruntal Damage, and Squash. It's a very well designed deck with many options you can use inside of Poe to make it outstanding. Tigress. Tigress is very focused in a kind of deck build that Tigress can do. Tigress, let's start from the beginning. Give an undamaged friendly warrior +2 strength and meditate. What you want to do with that is, after you've attacked with one of your minions, let's say for example, easy Cold Tooth, it's a 3/5. You attack the enemy master, it's a 3/3. You play this on it after you attack, it's back to a 3/5 with meditate, which doesn't matter because you've already attacked. That's just one instance where it gives you a good idea. You attack with a 6/4, or really anything that gives you, after you've attacked, gives you below 2 health. Put this on it, which means the enemy master can't clear it out and they have to deal with it. It's a solid card. I don't use it but it is a very solid card. I use 2 of cheap shots in every deck. KO an enemy warrior. Need I say more? Bunny Bowman and cheap shot is like the combo from heaven. You just like it's just so good, and it synergizes with Bunny Tigress, which I love dearly. Extreme Bodacity. Deal 5 damage to your master, then give it +5 strength and tackle this turn. I'm not a huge fan of that card, so I don't have it. I don't like dealing damage to myself, but it's more saying, hey, I'm gonna do 7 damage. It's like finish your card. Taking 5, but I'm doing 7. Feel nothing. Give a friendly warrior +3 strength. You get the idea. Give a warrior power to attack and hurt. Still standing. Select a friendly warrior. If that warrior's health goes below 1 this turn, set it to 1 itself. That's basically saying I'm going to keep on attacking with this card. So you have a 7/1 card. You play this on top of it. It attacks. It's still a 7/1 card that they have to deal with. 2 arms. Select an equipped warrior and deal its strength as damage to all other equipped warriors. I don't use this card because it's very specific that people are using a lot of equipment. They just really don't. Little Orphan Bunny I use in all my Tigress decks. Bunny Synergy, Bunny Bowman, Little Orphan Bunny. Those are 4 bunnies you have to have. It comes with a set. Has +2 strength when you have another friendly warrior, and generally you will. You want to obviously play this card after you have another warrior in play. Paw Force, give your master +4 strength this turn. That's fairly obvious what that does. It allows you to hit and clear out minions. Shade Maiden, whenever an adjacent warrior deals strength, gain +1. This card is phenomenal. I just played someone today that played that card to high effect. It's brilliant. Because you're doing a lot of damage all the time, this card can function as your defense and to clear out all those little minions that you don't want to deal with. And so it's a great card, underutilized, and a very solid card. Shooting Stars, deal 3 ranged damage to an enemy warrior. If it is KO'd, draw a card. Great card. There's right now, I'd say there's a lot of cards in there that had +1 range damage, +2 range damage in the previous conversations. It's just there's just not many cards that deal range damage to the point where those cards would be very necessary. Like so far in Poe, deal 7 range damage, that's 1 card. Deal 5 range damage, that's 2 cards. Deal 4 damage, that's 3 cards. So you get 3 cards in Poe that deal range damage, and that's it. In Tigress, you have deal 3 range damage, deal 4 range damage, and that's it. So you have 2 to 3 cards so far in the first 2 that deal range damage. It's not a lot to worry about having range synergy. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so I thought I'd mention that, throw that out there. Bunny Sitter is a must-have in every Tigress deck, bar none, no exceptions, 2 of each in your deck, because it allows you to play off your minions off of this card to deal 2 more damage additionally, and it's 1/4, so it has good health. Caretaken, whenever another friendly warrior is attacked, restore 1 health to your master. Solid card. It has good health, low cost. It's a really good card. It's just a good card. You would be good to have this card in your deck. I just don't, because I just haven't gotten it yet. But it's a solid card, and you could build a really cool deck with Caretaken and Shade Maiden. Kind of build a little offensive, defensive synergy. I like it. Crowd favorite, restore 2 health to adjacent warriors and give them guard. So you're seeing a cool little meta inside Tigress where you can restore health a little bit. And that's really interesting and really cool. Fennec Fox, you got to have 2 of these in your deck because you're going to attack the enemy master right off the bat, make it a 4/1, which means they're going to have to deal with it with a card. They have to deal with it. Otherwise, it's a 4/1 that keeps on attacking and doesn't lose health. They've got to deal with this. A great card for Tigress. Attack, aggressive, great card. Scared Hare, gain +1/+1 for each adjacent friendly warrior. Obviously, this has good synergy with Harried Harrier, things like that. The bunny card that leaves the finger puppets. I can't remember the name. Best Buddies, I think it is. So great synergy with those cards, especially the Best Bunnies, because you attack with that. It's a 3/2. It deploys 2 1/3s. Put this in between them. It's now a 5/4 in between them. So bunny synergy time. Synchronized moves, restore 1 health to your warriors for each friendly warrior you have. So there you go. There's I might, as I see this in my head, I'm going to build a Tigress health gain deck and give it a shot. Might be fun. Thunder Fist, very straightforward like Squash, but a little better because it does 4 damage like Squash, but if it's in guard it does 7. That's an awesome card. Unequip all warriors, restore 7 health to your master. It's a good health card, you know? It's a good health card. Karate Mom's an amazing card. It's Furious. It's 4/5. Okay, so let's say you play this. A good synergy is, and I've won many games with it. Karate Mom next to Bunny Sitter. So when it comes out, it's a 6/5 because it has +2. So it hits for 6, and it spawns a little kitten. That's now a 4/2. Hit it to face. It's now 10 damage off of 1 card, and you still have a 6/3 on deck. Awesome. Awesome synergy. Or better yet, a Bunny Sitter that you play a split hairs away from. So you play a Bunny Sitter first, then you play split hairs, and you fill up the board with rabbits that do 4 damage because each one that's next to the Bunny Sitter is now +2. So it's 4, and it'll die because it only has 1 health. 4, 4, 4, 4. However many bunnies you had. Play the Bellhopper. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. You get the idea. Bunny synergy in Tigress is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay. Red Seer. If another friendly warrior is attacked, have this warrior become the new target instead. Really good, awesome health controlling tiger. I'm gonna build a health controlling Tigress. I've just decided because it's speaking to me doing these card sets, and I hope it's inspired you going through these sets. I know I've been talking a lot, but I think I've inspired myself. Oh, I've inspired you. Synergist, Meditate Kickoff. Gain the strength of an undamaged friendly warrior. That's okay. I don't like Meditate, so for me it's not my cup of tea, but it is a strong card. A Gorging Gorilla. After each attack, gain +1 strength. That's awesome, specifically if you can heal it back up. It just becomes a rolling beast. 4/9, Meditate Pushback. I just don't like Meditate, but that's a solid card. Once you get to level 50 with Tigress, you get that card. You'll notice there are some cards that are common that you can't seem to get, which means they're part of the set. That means you need to get to 50 to get them. They're usually really good, and this one I think is the exception. I don't know if it's that great. Brawler, draw a card for each friendly warrior that previously attacked this turn. Not bad. Too high mana cost for my taste. And the Atomic Beetle. I just disenchanted this today to get a different legendary, and now I'm kicking myself because it would have been a centerpiece to my Tiger Gain Health deck. Whenever this warrior receives damage, adjacent warriors gain +2 health. That would have just gone so well, like peanut butter and jelly. But I didn't see it, so I didn't use it. Okay, Viper. And I'm debating or not whether to keep on going and do them all in one video or to break it apart. 19 minutes. I hate to keep on doing this. I am going to, let's see, I got Viper, so 3, Crane, Monkey, I'll do one more, I'll do Viper, and then I'll break it apart and do the next set of 3. That's what I'll do. 3 sets. 2 sets of 3. Okay, Viper, thanks for sticking with me, sorry. Viper, Discombobulate, Blackout, there's a lot of cards to go through. Blackout a warrior. So silence, basically. Viper, if you ever played the card game Hearthstone, Viper is very similar to a priest, which is my favorite deck in Hearthstone. If you watch my Hearthstone stream, you know that's the one I hope to get Legend this month. But Blackout a warrior, silence, that's a very good card. I only put 1 though, because it's not a lot of cards that need to be silenced. But you can, but 2 that off the top of my head: Sugar Tooth, Candy K9, and some Poe cards. And there's quite a lot that you could use actually. Hammer Time is the best card in this set, in my opinion. Have an enemy warrior with 4 strength or less attack its master for only 1 mana. That can win you games. You can have a 4/5 caretaker hit the card. You could have a 3/2 gold, let's say a 3/1 gold tooth. He's been saving for that one last little bit of ounce and make it attack himself and destroy itself. It's phenomenal. Strong of Heart is such a great card, man. Oh, it's like Inner Fire. Basically, you have a 1/8 Tusks or 1/7 Grumpy Goose. All of a sudden, with this card, it's a 7/7. It's an 8/8. You play some high defensive cards. You put this sucker in there. It becomes one big counterattack. Attack from above. Stun a warrior 5 strength or left. Need I say more? You stun it, you poison it, you just cripple it, and you can run creatures into it and get rid of it. Snake is so much fun. Viper's so much fun. I have not done my Viper tutorial as of time of this taping, and I am working on it. There's just so much fun stuff to do with it. Eye of the Basilisk. Deal 1 damage to enemy warriors and poison them. That's a great card. Trick. When your opponent plays a scroll, your warriors gain cloak. That's not the best, but it's solid. Shutdown. When your opponent plays a warrior, stun it. That's pretty good if you're looking at total disruption deck. It's decent. Viper Strike. This is an awesome card. When the enemy matches their attacks, it also deals damage to 2 enemy warriors. Basically, it's going to attack with 2 generally. That means you're doing 2 damage to its whole side. You can't beat that. That's amazing. Blackout all warriors. Draw a card from the armory. Mass Hysteria. Again, Blackout. That's having one of those cards wouldn't be a bad idea. Snake Charmer is a good card as well. Draw a card from the armory. Draw a card from your deck. So you draw 2 and they cost 2 less. So that's really good tempo. Really good synergy in your hand. This card is phenomenal. It's not too great if you're playing against a lower ranked opponent because you're going to get something useless like a 0-2 Crocodile or something inane. But if you're playing against a high level player, you could get something nasty. Imagine getting Red Emblem from Shen, or imagine getting gosh, anything comes to mind. Imagine getting Candid K9 from Shen. Imagine getting Sugar Tooth from Mantis. Imagine getting, I'm trying to think of all the best ones I can think of without my head here. Bunny Sitter from Tigress, so on and so forth. It's amazing, and they get a banana. They get nothing. It's great. Dawnbringer. Your warriors meditate gain +1/+1. If you're building a meditate deck, this card is pretty good. Although I don't want a meditate deck, and so this card doesn't mean anything to me. Doppelganger is amazing. Again, much like Wild Painter, if you're playing a high-level deck, you get something awesome. I have a game on tape where they took my 8 for 4. They took my 8 cost 6/6 wolf, and that almost hurt. But thank God I had a trick to stop him. Gain control enemy warrior with 3 strength or less this turn. That's also a great card. Get Cold Tooth running back into itself. Princess of Thieves. Your scroll cost 1 less. That is level 50 Viper card that you need. And it's decent, but nothing that you're like, oh, I need that card. You need to have at least 1 Ribbon of Ice in your hand. At least 1. Possibly 2, depending on if you're going against a lot of control decks. This will crush control decks. Because basically you're taking all their control and you are making them 1 health. So all of their plans go out the window. This is almost as good as Shen's Red Emblem. It doesn't reduce their attack as well. Dodgy Maverick is very good. If you can hit it, it would be a 5/3 with dodge, which is not bad. Feel the Burn is very good. I wish it did damage to the master as well, but it doesn't. Just enemy warriors. Another good disruption card. Grifter has Swift. If a scroll is in your hand, has Sleep. If equipment card is in your hand, that's not too bad. I just don't like the health total on him. And this card is really good. Siegesmith. Whenever you play a scroll, deal 2 damage randomly split between all enemy warriors. Great card if you're doing a scroll control trademark deck. It's a really good card. Synergizes really well with all the cards in Viper's deck that do damage. It adds more damage to it. So you could build a Pokey Viper, which is kind of where I was going, with that 1/7 Porcupine that deals 2 damage, and then you feel, then you put that with Strong of Heart, and it becomes a 7/7. Can't beat that. Winged Assassin, Furious, adjacent warriors have +1 strength and leap. That is awesome. Backlasher, give a friendly warrior +2 health and dodge. So Viper is a total disruption, adding cool elements to the game. The problem is she can be overwhelmed by Tigresses that just go right to face and just blitz her. So you need to kind of figure out a way to deal with that, and you should be good. Shenkin, whenever a scroll is played, this warrior has +2 strength this turn and gains +1 health. That is awesome. So it's wanting you to play. It's wanting you to play cards that disrupt, and you get much benefit from the Siegesmith and Shenkin off of it. I don't have either. I don't have Shenkin, but it's awesome. Persuasion, gain control of an enemy warrior. It can't attack, which is fine. Basically, you're taking one of their big minions and you're just putting it in guard the whole time and making them go through their own minion. That's nothing too much sweeter than that. I'm going to call an end to this particular video and stream. I'm going to come right back in a few seconds and finish up tonight's stream with the last 3 masters Thank you for watching. I'll be right back.